Why are more couples not childless? Fellow Dink, here in life is good, but you really don't notice that your friends actually like their kids. That's not the life for me, but it's not difficult to understand why people have kids. My friends get jealous of my lifestyle, but they still wouldn't trade their kids for it. Some people actually want their kids and find it more enjoyable than being childless. Some people thought they wanted kids, and now maybe changed their mind, but it's not really something you can easily give up halfway through. Some people didn't plan on having kids, but now have kids. I'd wager most of the people who are envious of your lifestyle wouldn't trade if seriously given the option. They might be jealous of the free time or extra money, but not enough to give up their kids. I wanted kids my entire life. They are more to me than any vacation, social status, wealth, lifestyle, etc. I can't imagine my life without them. But for those that don't want kids, please don't have them or let anyone talk you into having them. A lot of people really do want kids, and even more just think that is just another natural milestone of life. I think younger people are having fewer children because of their financial woes and decreased buying power relative to their parents. It's possible to want two things at the same time, such as wanting to spend time with kids you dearly love, but also wanting to have more time to yourself, because many people find kids fun and that they add to life. Are they hard? Yes. Are they expensive? Yes. Would I trade my daughter for the world? Not a chance. I will never forget the first time I held her. Absolutely life-changing. I think there's a lot of societal pressure surrounding having kids. Like, that's the narrative. Grow up, get married, have kids. And most people are either too afraid or simply don't want to stray from the norm, they're too comfortable in it. I also feel like the pressure is worse for women, like all toys that are directed towards young girls are baby dolls or kitchen cleaning stuff and anything else that relates to the duties of a woman. That's not to say that a boy can't have or play with those, I'm just saying the manufacturers direct them mainly toward little girls. Also, the media I think plays a massive role in the societal pressure to have kids. I used to want them, too, when I was younger before I knew what that all actually entailed. For me personally, having kids hasn't been a challenge at all. It's been all upside. I wouldn't trade my kid for $1 billion and all the free time. But to each their own, and nobody should be judged for their decisions. This is just my personal experience. I'm in the thick of it with a toddler. I miss my childless life. A lot. I miss traveling, freedom. Motherhood is so intense. So much worry, so much guilt. But I also felt a lot of existential dread before my son. Something was missing. I don't have existential dread anymore. My son is my purpose. I have become softer, more loving, empathetic since having him. I'm a better person. So although this life is harder and more intense, it's also more meaningful. I wouldn't trade that for anything. Hopefully I'm not coming across as dinks don't have fulfilling lives. One can find meaning in many ways. This is just how my experience has been. Pressure and social expectations. Some cultures more than others. I wonder too. I'm happy for my friends, but inside I think, why? I have a great life and a child would ruin it. You live in the suburbs, right? Move to the city. You will be surrounded by tons of people who don't have kids. I'm in my 40s and most of my friends don't have kids. First-gen Chinese American here. We were pressured to have kids by our parents right after we got married, old-school traditional Chinese folks. Not saying that I don't love my children, but wished we had them a little later, and without the pressure. I'm not doing that shit to my kids. I hate kids. Like I truly just cannot imagine ever having to raise a child. Birth rate is falling, fewer people are choosing to have children. For many reasons. In our DNA we are rigged to want to breed. As we get more introspective as a society, The more we challenge our impulses with rationale, it's getting less and less a case of, gotta have kids, and more so, do we actually want or think we can support kids? Depending on what country you live in, children are as likely to be an unplanned consequence of sex rather than something you do intentionally. Biology, Google Stockholm Syndrome. That is what parenting is. I love having kids. I still have my life. I just now have kids to share it with. It's hard work, but it's the best thing I've ever done.